Hi everybody, welcome to the weekly horoscope channel. Today, we're going to go over the horoscope for Aquarius for the year 2021. Make sure to watch until the end, because your Aquarius will get really valuable information about themselves. In this video, you'll listen to the horoscope for Aquarius for 2021 for sex, love, family, and money. This horoscope was created by professional astrologists who care about your destiny and a bright future. Remember that a bright future comes when you write it. So, write just from 3 to 5 words in the comments below what you expect from the next year of 2021, your sign of the zodiac, and 2 or 4 things you want in 2021. For example, Aquarius, health, wealth, harmony. Don't consider the astrological forecast as a final verdict. Stars just help people peep into their future and make a decision on how and where to move on. Take a few minutes to see what the heavens prepared especially for you. Aquarius Woman Horoscope 2021. Astrologers warn Aquarius women that difficulties might happen literally in the first days of January. In order to somehow try to balance the situation, it's important to bring to the end all the businesses that have been started. This applies to both personal and professional life. Some women of this sign will be disappointed in their beloved at the beginning of the year. Astrologers say that you should carefully look at the man who's nearby because he might betray. This is quite unpleasant, insulting, and painful. Therefore, it's better to insure yourself against such a blow in the back and, if necessary, break off those relationships that don't bring satisfaction. The emotional background of the Aquarius woman from the very beginning of the year can be called stable. To justify their hopes and meet all the requirements, many will literally spend days at work. Someone, on the contrary, will constantly be at home and hold the fort. Such a constant high nervous tension simply can't pass in vain. In the end, it can end up with prolonged depression or a nervous breakdown and drug treatment. It's worth remembering that you can never be good for everyone. Thanks to the charm that the Aquarius woman has, in the first months of winter, she can expect huge attention from the opposite sex. Astrologers also advise updating your wardrobe or experimenting with your hair during these months. You should also be aware that winter vacations with children will be very expensive and some financial support will be required. During the first month of spring, Aquarius may receive news of their pregnancy. Throughout the spring, Aquarius may face problems related to the registration of various real estate or deterioration of parents' health. So, you should prepare for them in advance. At the beginning of summer, you shouldn't ignore the requests of the older generation for help and treatment. It's better to send them for rehabilitation to any resort. Summer will be a favorable period for buying household appliances. It's worth using it. Autumn will bring a favorable time for spending a feast with relatives. You'll often need to invite them to your place and delight them with various goodies, as this might improve relations. To restore harmony and warmth in your relationship with your husband, you should go on a romantic trip in December. Aquarius Man Horoscope 2021. In the first half of the year, we should expect an extraordinary surge of strength and vivacity. But it's worth fearing that in winter, chronic diseases may wake up in Aquarians. To avoid unnecessary health problems, You should go on vacation to a resort for these months. Such a healthy rest will help prevent the flow of diseases. In April, there will be a great opportunity to get a new job. Don't miss this chance. If you use it, then for the summer period Aquarius will have an increased likelihood of getting additional income. However, don't forget about envious people at work, who are just waiting to catch Aquarius on an inappropriate word. Avoid frank conversations with your work colleagues and pay attention to your speeches. This will help maintain a stable income and increase the chances for career growth. It's worth noting that the Aquarius man this year will be able to combine family values and additional workloads. At the end of summer, you should spend time with your children to teach them to cherish family values. The end of the year will be full of events for the Aquarius man. He'll want to win the attention and appreciation of all the surrounding people. Such a desire will touch upon personal life. Aquarius will by all means seek the location and help from his beloved. January will bring a piece of the past to Aquarius this year. This will turn out to be a former love, who decided to show her authority again to the Aquarius man. You should beware of this situation and not let the past destroy your future. Beware of new acquaintances during this period. After all, they can bring unnecessary problems. If an Aquarius man is a soulmate, then you should spend all your efforts to normalize and improve relations. It should be noted that this year the relationship will be tense and every word or other little details can destroy them. Therefore, you should show restraint and listen to your beloved. In the autumn period, it's worth saving energy and not wasting your extra work. After all, in winter, you'll need to direct all efforts to restore a passion for your beloved. The beloved will be extremely happy with such increased attention to her that she'll return her passion and love to you. Aquarius Sex Horoscope 2021. A woman of Aquarius must first be perceived as a person whose individuality is interesting to talk to, and only then be assessed as a sexual object. Such a woman is very attentive to those men who surround her. In fact, she really needs love and support, but prefers to hide it. Such a woman will make her choice for a long time, so that later she won't regret it. Quite often, friends and relatives not only don't understand her tastes in relation to me. Also, not all men can understand such a woman in terms of spending money. Quite often it becomes a problem in a relationship. She'll accuse the man of pettiness, and he'll accuse her of wastefulness. It's just her lifestyle, and she'll demand to accept herself just like that. Such women seem to many to be cold lovers for whom sex doesn't bring any pleasure. In fact, she can experience real pleasure only with someone whom she sincerely loves, trusts, and feels. Easy connections aren't for her at all. In case such a woman is in love, then in front of a man, she appears completely different. Ready for experiments in bed and for the pleasures that sex can give. Such women are very gentle and accommodating in bed. Quite often, this quality plays against them. Because the rudeness of a man might leave trauma, both physical and mental. A man who was born under the constellation Aquarius very clearly distinguishes between feelings and just sex. In case he's not in love, then he can simply share the bed with the woman with whom he's comfortable and pleasant. At the same time, He doesn't feel anything for her, and immediately after having sex, he can leave or continue to engage in routine affairs. He won't be interested in how this woman lives outside his bed. At the same time, he'll never let her interfere in his personal space, believing that sex is just a physical act. He claims that conversations or complaints are already personal, and it's not necessary for her to know about all this. If such a man falls in love, then everyone will be very envious of his chosen one. He's able to put all his interests aside and do only what his woman wants. He'll spend time with her, visit her friends, and give gifts. The disadvantage of a loving Aquarius is his timidity. After all, he simply can't approach the one who causes a real storm of emotions in his heart. In this case, a man can simply watch or communicate with this woman and wait for her to take the first step. In bed with his beloved woman, he completely focuses on her. First of all, he studies her soul and only then moves on to the body. Her personality, thoughts, and feelings are important to him. Sex in this case becomes secondary. At the moment of intimacy, a man will try to do everything so perfectly that a woman doesn't doubt him for a minute. Aquarius Love Horoscope 2021. For Aquarius, the year will give the opportunity to spend it actively full of emotions. Usually, when emotions overwhelm Aquarius, they lose their minds and can't think sensibly. Because of this, you can expect anything from them. Astrologers and stars advise Aquarius to try to be more restrained in this, and try to think rationally. For the zodiac sign Aquarius, the stars are preparing a new wave of love relationships this year. All representatives of this sign will become liberated. To avoid quarrels with your partner, you'll definitely need to find a common hobby. To raise their self-esteem, lonely Aquarius will want to diversify their intimate life. They will try to win as many hearts as possible, and won't think about feelings. All energy will be directed in this way. The stars warn Aquarius. After all, this surplus of passion can hurt the feelings of others, and the worst result can be health problems. In autumn, there will come a period when lonely Aquarians will find unexpected love. With a high probability, the new beloved one will be just as lonely, which will really please the Aquarius and provoke them. However, the subject of Aquarius's adoration won't give him the attention he deserves, and won't take him seriously. Representatives of the zodiac sign Aquarius will have to break off these relations, but for them, it won't be possible. Such an unsuccessful meeting will leave a negative mark on the feelings of Aquarius, and they will be depressed. Spending time thinking will help you open your eyes and find love. Aquarius Finance Horoscope 2021. This year, Aquarians will be attracting money like a magnet. Even if you run into failure at the beginning of the year, it will be minor difficulties on the road to a brighter future. Hard work will bring financial satisfaction. The amount of cash reward will exceed all your expectations. Don't be too happy about your successes and share less about them. If Aquarius has an important purchase planned for a long time, it's time to make it. Financial deals will rarely be profitable this year. Delay them as far as possible. If the business is urgent, strengthen control over it, and carefully study the accompanying documentation. Aquarius Family Horoscope 2021. The year 2021 is a great opportunity to start looking for harmony in your relationship with your soulmate. You need to carefully reconsider your values, discuss everything with your husband or wife, and start moving in one direction. In the spring, there will always be a desire to cherish a loved one with a pleasant surprise, romantic gift, or something similar. There will be a special need for that warmth that only a loved one can give. In the summer, some family Aquarians can face the rather serious temptation to have an easy and non-binding romance at work. You should immediately abandon this, so as not to lose what's much more important and valuable. The beginning of winter should definitely be given to a loved one. The stars don't change their decisions. This person can choose how he wants to act. You need to move not only to listen to your feelings and emotions, but also follow your mind. Very often the stars point exactly where a person wants to go, so you need to follow such stellar advice. Aquarius Horoscope 2021 Overview. Perhaps others are sometimes not ready to enter into any important relationship with Aquarius because of his unpredictability. They're tired of boring repetitive events, and they don't like to do the same thing every day. As a result, loved ones perceive it in such a way that they can't be relied on. Hence, the slippage in his career and difficulties in his personal life. If in 2021 you manage to convince others of your reliability, then life will change for the better. Despite some eccentricity of nature, Aquarians are people with a subtle mental organization. They have a built-in strong intuition, and they can see prophetic dreams. But in order to realize all this, Aquarians need to stop keeping on bad habits, drinking, smoking, and wasting their life. Otherwise, one day you'll realize that your inner voice has been silent for a long time, and it could be forever. Subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss more videos of horoscope for 2021 and much more. Check out this playlist of the signs of the zodiac of Leo, Sagittarius, Virgo, Taurus, Pisces, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, Scorpio, Capricorn, Aries, Cancer. And I'll see you in the next video. Take care.